Hey guys, just let me know when we're up.
But it is nice to have like an Alex actually there who can, conversation.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I think that it was because we were putting it in here and because we were giving it a space.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a thing.
It was funny because we ended up talking to it.
Do it.
Yeah, like looking at it, it kind of has its own little personality. And
Were you cutting to it?
Yeah. So when it talked, we were cutting to.
Were you really? That's awesome.
Yeah, totally. So the so it was
So funny.
it was fun. And for the guys in the back, I'm going to do a Facebook Live after this, so don't walk away when we finish the behind the scenes. We'll just give people kind of a little tour of the space.
Oh, cool.
But anyway, yeah. So no, it was fun. It was there was something funny about it. What needed to happen is we decided to do it like 2 days ago, and so like the texting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the problem is you have to select it and text edit, and then you have to go down here and hit. So the pause is where I was usually in the middle of typing something funny.
Oh.
And then you guys would go, okay, OZO, and I'd be like, now I have to select it, and then I have to go up here, and then I have to go down there. And the only pause that was on purpose was when I was when OZO was talking to Siri about dinner. So I kind of wanted to hang there for a second. So I think it would have been fun to, obviously if we wanted to do this all the time, if you wanted a computer to do this, and I wouldn't do it with this show. I mean, I think this show was an experiment. It was kind of fun to do it as a fun thing. I think that if I built a show that really had a construct, that this thing is always
A
talking
person,
to
and it's a
people.
personality.
It's always personality.
Right.
I think what I need to do is build some kind of app that lets me have a bunch of things that I'm going to say,
And fire them off.
and then be able to just hit go. Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I think you also could have like a bunch of preloaded stuff, like funny little bits.
Oh yeah.
And then while you're working, like if you needed like OZO to tell a story, it could tell a story while you're working on something else.
Well, and the other thing is that I was thinking about the whole process is that you could actually have.
I'm gonna grab this real quick.
The funny thing about this is that you could have a team because you're not doing things with audio.
Yeah.
You could actually have a team writing stuff. So you could have like a little writer's team that was all like writing a whole bunch of ideas on how quips and things and other things. So it wouldn't have to be a person. Like to me, it was a little overwhelming because I was trying to activate things in OZO and cut and paste and do the thing and thing and thing. And so, anyway, I think that there was some fun. There would have been some fun, opportunities there.
Yeah.
But it was a fun little experiment.
Yeah.
And it wasn't you guys, kept the show going.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, we saw
it totally worked. It was.
We didn't step over each other.
Yeah. No, it was.
We could understand it clearly.
I think watching it 360, the pauses gets a little bit harder. I would have loved to have been able to see the screen more.
Right.
Because anything that's in the white, because you can't zoom, it's a little harder. But it was actually.
What do you mean everything's in the white?
When you bring up a Finder window or anything like that, because it's gonna blow out.
It's just big white blob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the contrast
looking at
is.
projecting that somewhere else to see it nice and big, like a 100-inch screen, so you could actually watch it full screen. Would actually be nice.
Okay, if you're in 360, you could turn and look at the screen. Yeah.
But watching it felt very natural to sit there, like I was sitting here, like I would just turn it this way and I'd watch you guys talk and go back.
Well, and that's the big thing. I think this is a really interesting format for roundtables, especially at 4K and especially with like a Gear 360. I think that there's a really interesting roundtable opportunity there because you can just sit at a table, and just look around.
So is that what you said you were? I didn't quite get what you were saying. Were you watching on Facebook and click dragging to look at the different person speaking? Okay.
So that's how I would watch it.
And it felt kind of natural to do that. Oh, on the phone, you were staying. You're. How is that?
I did it on the laptop.
Okay, but you were doing it on the phone.
No, but on the phone, it has a motion sensor, so
Right.
you turn, it knows that
And look at the different person.
And then with Gear VR, it would be literally
If
like
you're on a
sitting
headset,
there.
right?
Yeah, it's like I just sit there and go like this.
All right. So if you stuck the phone in the Gear VR and did that, I see. Okay.
The problem is this is an hour-and-a-half show, and
Right.
the Gear VR
And the
lasts
VR is good for about 5 minutes. Yeah. you
But like an
can watch
Oculus, though, you get there, and we'll do an experiment with it. Like we needed to gather the content to test it, see what people think of it, and and obviously we've got a bunch of ideas on how to use that in the future. So anyway, but I thought that it was fun from a quality perspective. It was probably the best quality we've had.
Wow.
The most expensive
Yeah.
solution that we've ever
The
had.
cameras all match, the shading.
Oh, you mean with these $40,000 lenses?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and for those watching, we'll there's not that many people watching because I think the link process of how to do an after show I think was a little messed up today. So we'll probably not have a lot of viewers immediately. We'll have more later. But yeah, I mean, we were testing this for something else, and so we have a lot more hardware. My only thing about it is the cameras are not the same height.
Cameras are not the same height.
height.
Mhm.
Tripods, heights.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
My-
so but outside of that, the camera, I mean, it looked fine. I thought that the color was the best. It was sharp. It was.
The audio seem okay? Because I know we were all talking. I felt we were talking quite a bit lower than we usually do.
No, I think the audio was
It
fine.
sounded good. I had it at half volume.
We were a little hot at the very beginning, but just adjusting. But within a minute or two, it was good, and I think that it was the audio sounded fine from my perspective. So
Didn't have your loud voice.
didn't have my loud voice to screw the whole thing up, right? Exactly. So. But I think that overall it was. And I thought it flowed really well. I thought that the edit was good. So I mean, I haven't looked at it yet, but overall, I think it was a solid piece of material.
So you had somebody else doing the switching back there?
Sophie was doing the switching, yeah.
Switching, okay.
So we had, it was an internal team, but our guys, but it was, for this kind of thing when everyone's sitting, the PTZ cameras work really well. As far as being able to make adjustments, and this would be really crowded if you had a lot of people sitting around.
Yeah.
Like standing around there, it'd be distracting.
Yeah.
But here, I think I don't know, you can tell me, but I think the cameras kind of just disappear for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't even see
you
them.
don't-
Yeah.
I just talk to everyone else. I don't ever talk to the camera. I don't think.
Right, but you don't think about them. I mean, they
No.
don't, without, yeah, he
I
talks
talk
to
to
Yozo.
Ozo.
yeah, definitely
But that's
talk to
Alex.
Ozo.
That's not the camera.
He's chatting. He's very chatty.
So people will be able to hear Ozo's voice in the stream. Then.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be really clear for the folks listening to the stream because it's just a straight feed into it, so.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to the whole time. So it sounded great.
Yeah. We'll play with it. It's, again, I think that it would be, I don't think we would do it for every Final Cut user group or whatever. Part of it was also that we kind of need to keep an odd number. So if we were going to add Ozo to the thing, we needed to take one person out. So so I was the one.
I was thinking you should have been like Max Headroom. And we should
Did
did like
it- yeah, that would have been good. But I think it looked pretty good. I think we got the right size ball. I think that we got a 6-foot ball, and that was too big. It was like too downward. The 4-foot lets us drop a little bit lower and get kind of in it. It's a little bit more of a graze, so I think that it was pretty good as far
What
as.
is this?
Sorry.
What size is this?
This is a 4-foot ball, and the only thing I would do is I think that we should, for the next one, we should probably put a curtain over it so that it really comes down to a little past half. If we did that, we'd end up with a lot less spill on the back, on the.
So only the bottom half of it is
Yeah. So
light source.
yeah, and then we'd end up with a shadow that kind of stopped pretty close to the outer edge. Because one thing for this format is, you guys have been great guinea pigs for this, but obviously it's set up. This could be a Cinema 4D, or it could be audio, or it could be, it could be any kind of, virtual class. And as we make the space more available to shooting, this space may stay more like this than
I forget
not.
that people have other interests.
Huh?
I forget that people have other
There,
interests.
it turns out there's an app for almost everything, So it's a lot of fun, but
Did you guys do any drawing on the screen this time?
We didn't do any.
No.
We always
start
want.
giving
We
you-
always think we're going to. We always want to. And
I think when you're used to doing a lot of stuff, you're used to just using your mouse to show
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, exactly.
You just I forget about that. Have that as an option.
I know it hurts.
And it's better this time because it's drawing nice and, well, not now, but it was drawing very nice, thick
It won't draw.
lines. Oh, it's turned off.
Because that's
Okay.
why the screen disappeared.
Oh, I see.
Oh, what
What
happened?
happened
Did it go
when the
down?
screens went out?
The sketchbook went to sleep.
Oh, bye.
because no one touched it
Hmm.
for an hour.
See, there we go.
Set it for 2. Set it for 2.
So,
What
yeah.
what to sleep?
Oh, there must have been a
Sketchbook itself
Oh, okay.
will go to sleep.
sketchbook or
Oh,
the computer.
There it goes.
Just did it again.
Sketchbook.
Sketchbook went to sleep. Wow.
Oh, that
I
was
kind of
just-
have I'm growing to have a hate relationship with Sketchbook when it comes to doing this. It just doesn't. It's they changed a bunch of stuff and it's kind of annoying. So we're gonna probably hopefully find something better or build something. I mean, what we need from it is so simple that we could probably build it pretty quickly because it's libraries that are readily available and I don't need any tools. I just need it to write on, but do it in a very specific way and not have any graphics and be all full screen and. Anyway, so it's we'll probably replace it by the next one.
I should hope so.
Yeah, you know,
I should hope so.
you know.
So to me, the tripods need to be changed out for these heads.
I think what we need is PEDs. So I'm gonna look for PEDs for these guys. I mean, that's really what would make this super easy is be able to move them around and move them up and down, and that would that these things really want to have PEDs.
The hard part is having 3 different types of adjustment. They don't getting them level took 5 minutes each one.
Right. Yeah. So, but PEDs will be the next thing, I think.
What are PEDs?
PEDs they're kind of like a TV, like studio tripod. It's a single column, and they've got a roller on it, and you can move it around. It's just sitting on they're on wheels.
Like a live studio
And then
audience.
you grab there's like a little bar that goes under them. You just grab it and move it up, grab it, move it down, so you can just readjust it super fast. 'Cause it's all hydraulic. Inside I don't know if it's hydraulic, but it's it's a equilibrium, so to speak, so that you can just kind of move the camera up, move the camera down, and so it's super easy to get cameras where you want it.
Right.
And then you have motorized PEDs, which are the ones that almost every major TV station these days doesn't have any people in it. There's like a person. And so it's one step further past this. So these telemetrics are, one level of pan tilt zoom. The PEDs in like a newscast, whatever, they have positions that they go to. So they'll literally
So the whole thing will move.
they just have big cables
Yeah.
behind them, and they just kind of move into place, and then this one swings over here, and this one moves over, and they're just kind of dancing around on the floor.
Wow.
Finding their space, but there's no operators, for that.
Technology replacing humans again.
It turns out there's not really a lot of danger from outsourcing. It's really just tech. So it's
Yeah, what do you need a
that's whole
camera
other-
operator for? I mean,
whole
you
other
get this.
conversation.
All of this can be completely automated. Movement, everything.
Yeah, I mean the what's nice about this is you have obviously one person doing what 5 people would normally do.
Yeah.
That's what you look at here. And the reality is when people are sitting around, it's actually a better show, in my opinion, with the PTZs than it is with operators. Number one is that you guys are less distracted, so it's a quieter space for everyone on it.
Yeah.
And number 2 is you can pre-program a lot of stuff. So this one's we don't do that much pre-programming with this, but you can have every camera can be set up for a 1-shot, 2-shot, 2-shot over here, wide shot. And then instead of asking the operator to get to something, you just push a button and it goes whoop. It just goes right back to where that space is. And so that ability to move super quickly. And so even though you're spending a lot of money, I mean these heads are 10,000 each or whatever to run them.
Telemetrics heads.
Yeah, just the head is 10,000. Wow. And then the controller is 10 or 12,000, but the and then you have to have the camera and the lens and the thing. And the problem for us is that there's only a certain number of lenses that of course are compatible with the head. So that's one of the reasons we have such expensive heads is because they need to be because they have to be able to control certain bits and pieces. So anyway, so they're not the cheapest solution, but if you look at using them a lot, again, we use them probably more for space issues than labor issues. It's more like space, or we don't want people in it. We've got clients who don't like people in the room when they're talking. They don't want to be distracted. So having a camera that can be controlled is oftentimes preferable. So anyway, that's
I was
it.
thinking of it as the third operator. Usually have 2 operators or something. You
Yep.
just want someone to do live, but just in case you want to move it.
Yeah, we a lot of them we do. Because in a stage show, it's much better to have a camera operator. Like if someone's walking around or anything that's more
Right.
chaotic,
Yeah.
you got to have
Right.
everybody
Got it.
thinking about their own zone. You know, one person doing a PTZ doesn't make any sense. But what you can do is multiply that person, have a wide shot high, a middle wide shot, things that you just kind of want to make fine adjustments on. Anyway, I don't have as much for the after show because we spent a lot of time getting this thing set up. I want to say, for the folks that you don't see right now, they did a great job on getting this stuff put together.
They did a good
It's a
job.
lot of
Really good
work to
job.
get
The
this
whole thing
space up.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, so it's
There's a lot of work getting it all set
a
up.
lot of.
Because I'm used to having like you come have 12 people coming here afterwards.
Hey, we should bring them in. We should. Hey, everybody, let's grab everybody and just have them stand in here for a second. Then I'm gonna put them all back to where they are. Make you guys sit here for a second, and then we'll do a little Facebook Live thing. But where is everybody? Everybody should walk up here for a second.
They're getting off their comms and
Yeah, there we go.
detangled from all the wiring.
There we go. Except I don't know if we can let Matt come out because he's still got to run the camera, whatever camera we're using. Sophie might have a hard time getting. There we go.
Wow.
So this is I don't know what
And you
we're
got
seeing on
Sophie
the
too,
on the
right?
show right now, but is it a wide that they can see you guys? Okay, good. So that's the team. Sophie's missing here in a second, but and this is the team putting this together. And there was a larger team putting. You know, these guys. It was a late night last night getting everything. This is kind of. We want to turn it into something that is easy to do. Like the stuff is just sitting around. There's Marty and Kevin running the stream. We want to get it to something where it is a simple thing to set up. You know, like it's not a complicated thing. But right now,
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons we don't do it every month because it's always a kind of it's like having a baby. So every time we do it. So but it gets better every time. Well, not every time. We had a couple when we first moved here. It was a little rough.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking about number.
There she is.
Was it
Yeah, whatever
7?
that one is. The one that there's Sophie. But but I think now we're kind of getting into a groove for these.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So 4K.
4K is next. Yeah, we just weren't ready. I mean, I think there was so much moving parts.
Still a lot of pieces that aren't like 4K.
Yeah, like the
Found out
screen
last
and the
night.
thing and a couple things didn't work in 4K. We could have. I mean, all the cameras are 4K. The lenses are 4K capable. You were very close to going 4K for this. Just a couple little bits and pieces. We'll have it fixed for the next one, and then so that we'll start streaming them in 4K for the next one.
Wow.
And we also have to get more bandwidth in the building. So we applied for fiber like I don't know 3 months ago, and there's like for some reason it turns out like I don't know there's like people have to approve it, and the city has to approve it, and there's
Wow.
a thing and a thing and a thing, and so
Are the pipes already here, or do they have to actually?
the pipes are like 100 feet away. You know,
Really?
so you're just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right away, come across the street. And
yeah,
Man,
just-
yeah, we're 2 blocks away right now in our place.
yeah. So anyway, so we're working on that. Once we have that, then we can also do it. I mean, right now we have enough to do the 360 and this stream, I mean the main stream, but not more than that. So. Anyway, stay here for a second. I'm gonna pick up my phone and I'm gonna do one more quick walkthrough of the whole thing. It's easier if you guys are sitting here. So just
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great.
So